could on you, gave you every chance to move aside. See him cursing in your rear view. You promised him his freedom and you lied. He told me that you're hauling precious cargo. There's a baby on your board. I can see that you're exhausted, and the right lane's where you should be headed toward. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. And leave that left lane open. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. And let that man go free. I ain't stopping. He ain't stopping. The slowing down for nothing. Do the right thing. I gotta bring my baby back. My baby back to me. He likes that life out on the highway. Keeps it fast and loose and light. When you wanna slow it down come Friday, move it over to the right. So if you see his headlights in your mirror, kindly move aside and let him through. The left lane is for speedy folks like him. The right lane is for slower folks like you. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. And leave that left lane open. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. And let that man go free. I ain't stopping. He ain't stopping. We're slowing down for nothing. Do the right thing. I gotta bring my baby back. My baby back to me. Do the right thing.
I heart my phone times Google, and I'm sure you feel the same. It's always there for me with a message or a picture or a game. I fear contact's coming soon on this flawless afternoon. Our worlds are gonna collide. Look up, there's stuff to see. Look up, avoid emergency. Look up, and gaze right into me. Look up, look up, look
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Comedy Sports Online. Yes, tonight we have a very special match for you. Left Coast versus Right Coast, sister cities, Portland, Maine versus Portland, Oregon. Who will win tonight's match? We will find out, but first, help me welcome the Portland, Maine events in red on the screen. We have Julie Candy Nye representing Portland, Maine. Jenny Rand White Walker. And the captain, Matt Dr. Dave Danger Russell. Thank you. Now help me welcome the Portland, Oregon donors. Representing the donors tonight, we have Betsy, Easy, Ben Green. Andrew Busby Berkowitz. And your captain tonight, representing the donors, Brookie Monster Chamberlain. And now, help me welcome tonight's co-host and referee, Patrick Electrical Show.
Woo!
Thanks, Jamie Montgomery, and welcome to Comedy Sports Saturday Night, Portland, Maine versus Portland, Oregon. It's competitive improvisational comedy, and you will make all the suggestions to base our improv on in chat, and you will help choose the winner and loser tonight. It's up to you, tonight's loyal fans. It's going to be a great night for comedy. With me on chat, our chat goddess, Marianne Rambo. Marianne, what's happening in chat?
Hello, Pat. Hey, I have bad news for you, though. The chat people voted that Matt's cat Bitsy is cuter than your cat Flanders.
Well, most days, frankly, I'm going to have to agree with them. Flanders is a bit of a pain to live with. Let's be honest.
And Bitsy is just very loud.
Yeah, that's awesome. Bye, Matt.
Bye.
All right. So, sound tonight, Jamie Montgomery. Jamie, how are things from your base in the Couve?
Things are fine. It looks great over here. I do have a bit of good news for you.
Oh, yeah?
I actually showered today and got out of bed and did all the things that people should do.
Fantastic. Thanks so much. Earlier today, in another matchup, Portland, Maine defeated Portland, Oregon 17-15. So we're going to have another match and find out who has to change their name to Boston. So I'd like to call both captains on the screen. Ooh, it's Captain Matt. He's back. And Captain Brooke, nice to see you. Make sure you're unmuted because there is a technical foul available tonight. Anybody who freezes or is muted when they shouldn't be might lose 1 point or more for their team, depending on how I'm feeling. Also, the Comedy Sports Brown Bag foul is in full effect tonight. So because we're not in the same location, each player must have a brown paper sack or equivalent near them, and that's what our coin toss is. Who can come back as quickly as they can with their brown paper sack? And let's keep that show clean. Matt has a handkerchief he's thrown over his head, and Brooke wins the toss with an actual paper bag. Thank you very much. So that's called if anything gets lewd, crude, lascivious, racist, sexist, Marxist, or too soon. All right. Fans, keep it clean in chat, or Marianne the chat goddess will boot you out of chat. And as we discovered earlier tonight accidentally, once you're booted from this broadcast, you can't get back in.
It's
which happened to our
true.
players. So, whoops. There you have it. So, Brooke, you've won the toss. What game do you want to open with?
I would love to open up with a little bit of Antiques Roadshow.
Antiques Roadshow. Okay, fantastic. For the game of Antiques Roadshow, players go prepare your teams. For the game of Antiques Roadshow, you've seen it on PBS or you haven't seen it, in which case you're probably better off. But we're going to get objects from you. And what we need, not from you, actually, we just need the category, is something, a type of collectible that somebody might be super excited about. So put that into chat, and let's see what comes up from that. And we're going to have players grab things from their homes and present it to our Antiques Roadshow collectible adjudicants, and we'll get a price on each one. And at the end of this, you will judge this based on overall entertainment value, total human content, and best use of your suggestions. Marianne, what category are we collecting tonight?
Our category tonight comes from Blue, and he suggested porcelain.
Okay, thank you, Blue. And the suggestion of porcelain is fantastic. Let's have our adjudicants, one from each team, on the screen. Hey, it's Matt, and from Portland, it's Deb Derringer. Oh, it's Antique. I'm sorry, they're from representing Portland. Antique and Deb Derringer. Welcome, adjudicants.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Fantastic, and I know you know a lot about porcelain. Let's go quickly to Deb. What's one fact you know about porcelain that we don't?
Oh, it was made in ancient times, not by the Chinese, which a lot of people think. It was the Egyptians.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. And Antique, what's something you know about porcelain that we don't?
Well, I could tell you right now, the word porcelain comes from the Latin term pors, meaning so many pores you look white.
Thank you very much, Antique. All right, it's about time to begin, and I'm going to call one of our players from Portland, Maine, to bring their first antique. And here we go.
Hi. Hi, thank you. Thank you so much for taking me on your show. I have had this in the family for generations.
Oh my goodness.
My great aunt left it, and it's fallen into my hands, and I just was wondering if you could tell me something about it.
Now, I have a question for you right now. Is the hinge well oiled?
Yes.
Yes. You know it's Dutch. You know it's Dutch if it's well oiled. And where you're getting an automatic spoon like that, you know it must be Dutch.
Dutch, really?
And it's a Dutch applique. Okay, so that's what they use to apply the flowers onto the plates.
Yes.
And so it's very delicate. Do you see it right there? So if you open and close it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
You close it, you scoop the flour, and then you open it and place the flour.
That is fascinating.
I have one question for you, though. Can you turn this side in? Is there any markings at all, like any type of imprint?
There are. It's funny you ask. Right on the end, I don't have my glasses, or I could tell you what it says, but right there's like these tiny little black like hieroglyphs, and I just
that's none other than Simon Poon. Simon Poon.
Simon Poon. You know, this is a very unique piece.
Simon Poon?
Simon Poon. It's a very unique piece.
It's time for a price.
Oh, well, this is almost priceless, but you can certainly get at least $499 for it.
No.
Yes, totally.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that I dug it out of my kid's Barbie drawer.
And we're glad too. Let's bring our next player from Portland, Oregon.
Thanks for having me here today. I was perusing the local stores lately, and I found this little item, and I knew it just had to come home with me. It just screamed out, "Take me!"
Oh, that is.
I just took him home because he's just my little friend, but I think he might be more precious than just looking cute.
Okay, can you smell him? And tell me what he smells like.
Oh, it smells like fresh rain after a summer heat.
And
now, Deb, this is more your favorite design. I really don't care for this. It's the gargoyle Gothic revolution that happened during the late 1900s within Detroit. And, some people, there's a collection for it. I just can't handle it. It's not my cup of tea.
You shouldn't be a hater, Ann. Because it had its time and its place, and it was a really important time and place. Okay.
For this right collector, I could see this, because the mouth opening, it's not set to an international standard spoon. I'd say maybe to the average collector you get like $10 tops, but I wouldn't be surprised to see that at a yard sale.
$10 is more than what I paid for it.
And I don't normally agree with Ann, but I would say that because the mouth was not open enough. It needed to be just had a wider girth, and it would have been a little bit more. You could have got a little bit more. So
thank you.
For coming.
Next person from Portland, Maine.
Well, first time, long time. My name's Ashley Brown, and I'm real excited to be here with you. I got this from my grandma, and I don't know why. So I was hoping you could tell me.
Okay, so your grandma, can you please tell me where she is from?
Where's my grandma from? From up the road.
Up the okay, honey. I don't know where that is.
I have an idea for what this is. You know when those mentalists bend spoons? That's one of those spoon refabricators. Very popular in Victorian times.
Yeah, and I want to say that, Victorian times, but it was shunned on
Hmm
in the porcelain world because it was just too gauche.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
nobody cared for it too much.
nobody did. And so they were just like, no, no, no. So honestly, it's just not worth anything.
Yeah, I
Let's
wouldn't
have a
say
price.
anything.
Nothing. Like
Two
like
dollars.
just throw it in the trash. Trash bin down by the road. That'd be fine. Maybe back to grandma.
$2 is good. You want it?
No.
No, thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Next person from Portland, Oregon.
Yeah. Hey. My name's Scooter. This has totally been in my family for generations. I didn't just find it in the back of a Uber. I mean, generations we've had this.
And this
This
is a
is
unique piece. Okay, this is your wheelhouse. And
it is.
Mikey, can you open it up? Can you open it up, honey?
I'm a little afraid to because it's making a ticking noise.
Oh, it's a ticking. It's a ticking.
Chicken.
You know what they say is if it's a ticking, the price be kicking. The faster the ticks, the higher the price.
Yep, yeah, yes, sirree. You got a gem on your hand, little Scooter Punch.
No, nobody's home. Tell them to go away. Tell them nobody's home. That's totally not the police.
Oh, okay. I believe you.
All right, that sounds fine.
So how much do you think I could get for this and its contents?
Probably about 10 to 15 years.
Yeah, like
And that's time. Antiques Roadshow. Hope you enjoyed it. I certainly learned a lot about porcelain, and I hope you did too, Blue. Fantastic. Now we have to go to our audience to decide who was more entertaining, and we're going to kick off a poll here. And you vote for blue team or red team. You'll have about 10 to 15 seconds for this vote while I play fancy music. Ooh, but I need to play more fancy music than that. Oh, this is better voting music.
The votes are coming in.
All right, we're going to stop the poll there. And Jamie, what do we have?
I can't see the score.
So I'm going to share it with you and share
There
it
we
with
go.
everyone.
I see it now. We have the blue team with 51% and the red team with 49%.
And you know what I'm going to do with that? That is so close. I'm going to give both teams 5 points, but I'm going to give the blue team from Portland 1 point for pulling out that 2% win. So 6 points for Portland, 5 for Portland, Maine. What's that make our score?
That makes the score 5-6. Portland, Oregon.
All right. Thank you, Jamie Montgomery. All right. Next up, I need the blue captain on the screen. Hey, Brooke.
Hi, Pat.
It's good to see you. Hope things are well. Apparently, you had an exciting thing in your family this week. A neighborhood cat decided to come into your house and do what?
Decided to have its babies.
Oh, how many are there?
5.
Wow, that's awesome. I hope everybody's doing well.
Yes.
Are your other cats okay with this?
No comment.
Okay, good.
Pat,
All right.
I've seen pictures of the kittens, and they are cuter than both Flanders and Bitsy.
Okay, I'm gonna get, with the way Flanders behaves, I'm totally okay with that. Oop, Matt's upset. All right, hey Brooke, what game does Portland want to play in this team choice round?
I would love to give an instant soap opera a shot.
I would love to give that a shot too. So from our fans, we need a suggestion for a soap opera situation that we can see in a show for everyone. I mean, not a brown bag thing. So fire those things into chat. In the game of instant soap opera, we'll have our 3 players playing, but they are limited to 3 poses. And Brooke, if I could have you show us what the 3 poses are, that would be fantastic.
The 3 poses are close to the camera,
Nice.
far away from the camera,
Ooh,
or pacing back and forth.
excellent. And the restriction is that no more than one person can be doing any of one of those things. So what I'd like you to do, fans, is to start going, ooh, in chat. Just type a lot of O's if you see them doing the same thing at the same time. All right, Marianne, what is our suggestion to begin instant soap opera?
Our instant soap opera suggestion comes from Beverly. She suggested a cigar factory romance.
A cigar factory romance. Thank you, Beverly. That's fantastic. Players, you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Begin.
But Deb,
Frank.
we've come across this moment before. You always push away.
Because
Why do you push away?
isn't it obvious? Isn't it obvious? You're smoking again. I can't do this. I can't be with you, even though you make beautiful rings. I can't do it.
But Deb, I love you. I want to be close to you.
I want to be with you, but you smell of cigar smoke, Frank. I just can't do it.
Well then, I guess I will have to start a new relationship with him.
Him?
Don't know if I'm ready for something like this.
What do you...
expect this to happen.
Listen to me. You're the only woman I've ever wanted. Please. Come. Closer.
What?
Closer.
Me?
Oh,
Me? I had no idea.
I've loved you since the day I went off to the war.
I thought you wanted Frank for a moment. I didn't realize it was me.
Frank? No, Frank and I had our moment and it passed. So many years, me and Frank, we had our chance and now it's gone.
Kiss me.
I can't! I can't!
No, please.
All right, I must. Why won't you kiss me?
Why won't you kiss me?
What? Because you both smell like cigars.
I can quit! You have to believe me, I can quit.
Yes, please, whisper in my ear. Tell me sweet nothings of how you will quit smoking.
It will be very painful, but it will all be worth it. I can hold you.
Instant soap opera. Portland. Nice work, very dramatic. I hope you all imagine the smoke rings happening out there. Let's call Red Captain on the screen.
Hey there, Pat.
Hey there, Matt.
Unmuted, and I have my video on.
Oh, that's awesome. Doesn't give you any extra points, though, at this point. Just avoids
No, at this
losing
point, I
points.
just want to make sure that I'm doing it right.
Oh, that's cool.
It's also been a
Welcome.
long time no see. I'm glad to see you, Pat.
Yeah, it's
I'm
really
glad
good to
be
see
playing
you,
with
too. For those who don't know, Matt played in Portland for
About
years.
2.5 years.
No, it
A
seemed
couple years ago, yeah.
like a while, and it was great. It was fantastic. We miss you guys. Also, interesting factoid that this is Portland, Maine's third match of the day, and all of them were at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
in different time zones.
Yeah.
So we played Manchester, UK. We played at 4 p.m., 7 p.m. Eastern. Now we're playing at 7 p.m., 10 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah,
So
we
what
we
game do
played-
you want to play at 10 p.m. Eastern?
Well, there's nothing that makes me think of the late night that we're having right now than trying to figure up acronyms. So we're gonna play
fantastic.
some acronym panel.
Great. So fans, we need you to put a bunch of acronyms, like NASA or other stuff. Just fire those acronyms into the chat, And
Pat, can we please get an adjective to describe our characters?
sure.
When you get ready.
Fantastic. And an adjective, if somebody could stop giving acronyms long enough to do that. Excellent. So, players, are you ready? Yes, they seem ready. Marianne, what is our adjective that we're going to select for our players?
Adjective comes from Wendy, and she said spicy.
Ooh, spicy. Thank you, Wendy. That's awesome. So the players will all have sort of a spicy approach. Players on the screen, it's acronym panel. All right, let's meet our folks here. First of all, Wham Sittington. Wham, why don't you introduce yourself?
My name is Wham Sittington, and I'm the biggest Coca-Cola collector in this side of the Mississippi.
On this side of the Mississippi, well, we're currently playing in Portland, Oregon. Which side of the Mississippi are you on?
That's for you to determine.
Okay, fantastic. Hey, let's meet Gladys McCullough. Gladys, tell us about you.
Well, hello. I think you already said it, but I'm a bit hard of hearing. But my name is Gladys McCullough. I live upstairs, and I run the sweetie shop around the corner, but we specialize in spicy sweeties.
Oh, spicy sweeties. Nice. Excellent. Ms. Ginger, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Miss Ginger.
Yes, you are.
Ms.
Oh,
if
Ms.,
you're from the South. I just want to say that when it comes to spice, I've got it.
Yes, you do. Excellent. Awesome. Marianne, what's our first acronym for our panel to unpack?
Our first acronym from several people in chat is FBI.
FBI, a very popular one. Let's go to Gladys. Gladys, FBI.
Aye. So FBI is actually a really popular sweetie with the young kids these days. And one of the things they really like is a kind of fruity sweetie. But if you ask me, it's not really fruit, but it would be a fruit blast inside. What they say.
Very nice. Ms. Ginger.
Hi. Well, since all I really do is sit on the front porch in the South, FBI happens in the springtime after lots of rain. And those of us who are a little bit more wealthy, well, we sit up high on the hill, you see. And when we have an FBI, it's front, back, insecurity. You don't know which porch to sit on.
Thank you very much for that. Wham?
In the world of collecting Coca-Cola memorabilia, FBI is the biggest thing you have to worry about. It's Frank Bottle Insurance. If you have a bottle that's created by Frank Cola, it's the best, and you need insurance for it. So it's Frank Bottle Insurance.
Thank you, Mr. Sittington. Marianne, what's our next acronym?
Our very next acronym comes from... Sorry about that. I lost it. It comes from Wendy. She says TGIF.
TGIF. Thank you, Wendy. TGIF. Let's go to Ms. Ginger.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry, Miss Ginger.
That's all right, Gladys. TGIF always happens on a Wednesday. And always past tea time. TGIF means 3 girls in frills.
How very southern.
3 girls in frills. That's what happens on Wednesday after tea time.
Thanks very much. Wham?
You're welcome.
Yeah, when you have 2 teenage boys like I do, you can't help but yell TGIF anytime they walk by the shelf. It's, that glass is fragile.
Thank you. Thank you, Wham. Gladys.
TGIF is actually a very important process in the candy making process. I think I already said that. So when you're making a toffee, you make it out of a lot of, well, I can't tell you what you make it out of, because then you'd know. But anyway, you make it, it's kind of hot. So since it's so hot, it's really important that you then cool it down. So what I always say is toffee goes in fridge.
Very nice. Very nice. Thank you, Gladys. Marianne, maybe something longer than 3 letters?
Absolutely. From Kevin, I've got LMFAO.
LMFAO. LMFAO. Let's go to Gladys.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that one. No, I do remember what it stands for. So LMFAO. So when we're making the different types of candy and we're looking for ways to make it super spicy, what we have to do is talk to ourselves about how we're going to make it and kind of brainstorm, because it's really exciting if you kind of brainstorm and come up with new ideas for little kiddies to enjoy.
Sure.
So I say, let's make fun in aggregate. That's how we brainstorm.
You do a great job of that. Thank you. Ms. Ginger?
Well, round here we have the Miss Piggly Wiggly, and we have Oliver's. And Oliver's makes their most wonderful homemade jams, jellies, pickled beets, and beans. And us ladies are very ladylike. So when we have to say something that's a little uncouth, we say LMFAO. Little men fart at Oliver's.
Ooh, okay. Wham Sittington?
Yeah, sometimes it gets hard being a collector like this. And my wife, Margaret, she's just on me all the time. And so the other day I was finally able to say LMFAO. Look, Margaret, finally an offer.
And that's time. Portland, Maine, an acronym panel. Fans, we're going to vote between that game and Portland, Oregon's instant soap opera. We're going to fire things off here in just a moment. And you can vote starting now.
And the voting is up.
Meanwhile, you can support CSz Portland by Venmo at Patrick Short 4, by PayPal, Ruth@ComedySports.com, over Google Pay, or hit our website, portlandcomedy.com/special, and buy some tickets for later on when we're back live with you. And we're going to go for 2 more seconds, and we're going to stop it, and I'm going to share it. And Jamie, tell us what you see.
What I see here on the screen is blue team with 56 and red team with 44%.
Okay, I'm
So
going
the
to
blue
round
team-
up and round down, so we're going to give 6 points to blue and 4 to red. What's that make our score?
6 points to blue and 4 to red. That makes the score 12-9, Portland, Oregon.
Ooh, it's a tight match here, and we're going to go to a ref challenge round. It's our first ref challenge round, and I would love to see these players play the game of Pass the Mic. For the game of Pass the Mic, we'd sure love to see everybody out onto the screens as soon as we can. And we're going to drop some beats for you. Due to lag, we're not going to do any background music. I'm just doing background music now. But we're going to need a whole variety of 1-syllable words. How about objects? Maybe a couple names, but objects are really good. Let's see how that's going. And meanwhile, players, dance break. As the music stops. All right, Marianne, let's get our first suggestion from the fans.
Yes, our first suggestion comes from Ryan now that I've unmuted my microphone, and he has suggested boom, and I get -1 point for being
Yes,
on.
Marianne is -1 point. Boom is the suggestion. And we're going to, I'm going to number people. So we're going to go Betsy 1, Jenny Wren 2, Brooke 3, Julie 4, Andrew 5, Matt 6. All right. The word is boom. And players, you ready?
Yes!
Yes.
All right, let's hear some Pass the Mic as we do some rhyming. I'll throw people out for making mistakes. It'll be a blast.
I have a mic and it has a boom. Pass
Pass
the
the
mic.
mic.
Pass the mic.
And when I say I got my broom, pass the mic, pass the mic.
It's getting kind of dark. It looks like doom. Pass the mic. pass the mic.
And then I realize I'm on Zoom. Pass the mic, pass the mic.
Don't you wish that I were your groom? Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
I didn't hit her. I'm from the room. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
I don't like knitting. I like to loom. Pass the mic.
I'm sorry, Betsy. We had a little extra syllable slip out there. Say bye-bye now.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, we're going to do a little renumber. We're going to go Matt 1, Brooke 2, Julie 3, Andrew 4, Jenny Wren 5. Matt is 1. And Marianne, what's our suggestion?
Our suggestion from Carla is beans.
Beans. I will accept bean in the non-plural or beans as the plural. You've got it. And Matt, kick it.
The retail store's been shut for a month at LL Bean. Pass the mic. Pass the mic. Yeah, okay, I'm done.
Yep, even I would do that better.
Yeah,
than
that was just me. That's
Thank
a
you for the
total
shout out
10
to LL Bean.
Yeah, I know.
Freeport, Maine.
It was a 10:30 moment. There
you go. Wave bye-bye now. All right, we're just going to keep the other numbers 2, 3, 4, 5. Who was 2? Brooke. That means you're kicking it off. And Brooke, it's beans. Go.
The store's all sold out of the beans. Pass the mic, pass the mic.
I don't really know what that means. Pass the mic, pass the mic.
I grew up right in Queens. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
But it ripped a hole in my blue jeans. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
The head of a college is the dean's. Pass the mic, pass the mic.
Kermit said, ain't easy being green. Pass the mic, pass the mic.
What am I doing? I'm starting to lean. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
And Andrew looks like Mr. Clean. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
What are you saying? What do you mean? Pass the mic, pass the mic.
Not really happy about it. I ain't clean.
I'm sorry, there was a hesitation there from Julie, and say bye. Awesome. Oh, Maine has provided a different player named Not Matt. Okay, we'll start with Not Matt. You'll be number 1. Andrew will be 2. Jenny Wren 3, and Brooke 4. We're going to start with Not Matt, and I need a new suggestion, Marianne.
Absolutely. Our new suggestion comes from Rachel, who has suggested bear.
Bear. Okay, bear. Kick it off, Not Matt.
I'm a large man. They call me a bear. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Wait a second. I just noticed you are Matt.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
bye-bye.
he's totally mad.
You
Okay,
saw
we're gonna
through
use
my
bear.
ruse. I'll get you next time, Short.
Okay, I'm sure you will, Russell. All right, cool. We're going to go Andrew, Jenny Wren, Brooke. Andrew, Jenny Wren, Brooke. It's going to be fun. And it's bears.
The thing I'm scared of, it is bears. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Maybe it's 'cause you ain't got hairs. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
When I look at you, I stare. Pass the mic, pass the mic.
I used to have hair, but now where? Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
If you look real close, it's under your chair. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Think I'll ride a horse, it is a mare. Pass the mic, pass the mic.
Welcome to my evil lair. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Listen too loud. It is Blair. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
I think we had a grammatical issue there. Yeah, we did. So we're going to say bye to Jenny Wren, and Portland wins the round. However, normally you would get 5 points for winning this round. However, one of our folks in chat revealed that I missed a call, that Blue had repeated a rhyme previously, and I'm going to accept that from that fan and deduct 2 points from Portland's win. So it's just 3 points. And Jamie, what's that make our score?
By with those points deducted, that means Portland, Oregon's ahead 15-9. And Marianne, you still have -1.
I have -1. Do I get a point back if I mention that it's loyal fan Nora's birthday today?
Yes, you get a point back.
Happy birthday, Nora!
Happy birthday,
Excellent.
Nora. And Marianne, you're back to 0. Have a good day, Nora. Back to you, Pat.
Thank you, Jamie. And now I'd like to call both captains on the screen.
I don't know who that Not Matt character was.
That was pretty ridiculous.
Yeah. Ugh, doppelgangers.
Wow, that's weird.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Captain Matt, you're behind. I'd like to see another head-to-head, but I'm going to let you challenge. What game are we going to see here head-to-head?
Ooh, that is going to be that's a toughie here. You know what? I'm going to be nice. I'm going to pass it over to Brooke.
Ooh. Okay.
That is nice. Brooke, what
Thank
would you like to
you.
play?
Matt.
No, I am really me. The beard just was because of
Okay.
face
Sure.
masks.
How about Newscaster?
That is a bold
Oh.
choice. All right, take off, y'all. Go prepare for Newscaster. So fans, for the game of Newscaster, we're going to need a suggestion from you of a big day that has happened to you or will happen to you in the future. Some important thing, and we may go to that fan back in chat for a little extra detail. What we're going to do is we're going to turn this into a local newscast here on CSz News. All right, Marianne, what do we have as our suggestion for?
Well, from loyal fan Rachel, she has suggested the day she lost her first tooth.
Oh, fantastic. Lost a first tooth. You know, I think we can just go with that. I don't think we need too much more detail. And again, we're turning this into a newscast. Fans, at the end, you'll be voting for which team should get more points. We'll apportion on the percentages, as I like to do. And some other people don't, but that's all right. I'm in charge. All right, so could we have our anchor? Let's have an anchor, a news anchor on the screen. All right.
Good evening, Mr. Short.
Good evening, Skip. Excellent. So we're going to give us a little, you're going to have a little funky intro music, and then we'll bring on your newscast. So players, are you ready?
Yes.
Excellent. And here we go with CSz News.
Good evening and welcome to CSz News. I'm Skip Intro. Major pandemic sweeps the world, but this just in, Rachel has lost her first tooth. This obviously has huge implications for our entire world. Let's start first with the international impact of Rachel losing a tooth. Let's go to Alexandra Huntington-Jones with the international beat. Alexandra.
Yes, thank you, Skip. It's very good to see you again. I'm here on the scene of the fairy's house, where the teeth are, as you were, traded for some inconsequential amounts of cash. Unfortunately, the tooth fairy is not available to talk with us today. She claims she has too many other teeth to deal with. This seems out of place and frankly absurd. I mean, how many teeth are there in the world? I'm going to stay on this, Skip, and I'll get right back to you.
Thank you so much, Alexandra. We will come back to you throughout the day. We are doing 24-hour coverage for the next 22 hours. Let's go now to weather. Obviously, huge weather impacts across the globe. Rainy days. Are you here with the weather?
Yes, I'm here. I can hear you.
It looks really bad.
It's so bad. I'm just concerned that the tooth fairy may not be able to make it. And so I think everyone should contribute and send some money, because you don't know what's going to happen.
Rainy, are you okay? She's not okay. All right, we will try to get a live feedback from there when we can. Hang in there, please. It's time for sports. The lighter side. Let's go to Brandy Ballsy with sports.
Hi there, Brandy Ballsy here. I'm so glad we are here live at the little girl's house who lost her tooth. And I want to tell you, the blood, it's invigorating. I tried to get an interview with the child, but, well, she was in the bathroom going, and her mother was helping. So she sent someone in her stead, a spokesman, if you will. Let's hear what happened. Can you please tell me what exactly happened when that child lost its tooth? Well, she was playing with me, and then all of a sudden I smashed her. This is live. Smashed her right in the mouth. She bit down, and I pulled. Dogs pull. Pulled, and the tooth came right out. Can you believe it? I cannot imagine what's going to happen with the next incisor.
Thank you, Brandy. Appreciate the report. Well, obviously the world does not stop just for a lost tooth, and everybody needs to eat. So it's time for our favorite section, Cooking with Karen. Let's see what Karen's cooking up in the kitchen today.
Oh, hi. Hi.
Hey, Karen.
So good to see you. I'm so excited here because we're going to make a special dish. I am going to make special cupcakes. I wore my cupcake dress just for the occasion. These are special cupcakes, okay, Skip? These are ones you don't need teeth to eat. So we're going to get in the kitchen over here. We're doing it outdoors. I'm so excited. I haven't been out for a while.
Karen, there's a strange man behind you.
What? Please, sir, please. Oh, well, okay, I'm so sorry about that.
Karen, I've just completely lost my appetite. Do you have any recommendations?
Oh, hey, you could take a little bit of fairy dust magic and sprinkle it on you.
Okay, that's not a thing, Karen.
Okay, well, bromo seltzer is always handy. In the meantime, I'm gonna get to those cupcakes, and before the show is over, I'll have them ready.
All right, we'll come back to you before the show ends.
Toothless cupcakes for the little ones.
We will come back to you. Don't worry, we will come back to you. All right. There is serious economics news today. Our economics beat reporter is on it. John Stockton. Are you here, John Stockton? We're maybe having John. Oh, there he is, John.
Yes, I'm here. I'm here, right here. And I just want to remind everyone, I'm John Stockton, but not that John Stockton.
Are you sure?
I don't know Karl Malone. I don't know any others of the Utah Jazz, but I did get a gold medal in the 1992 Olympics.
What in what event, sir?
Javelin.
Oh, that makes sense. That you do definitely have the look of a javeliner.
I do, but you know what else I have to look for? I have a look towards your stocks, your futures, but more importantly, cryptocurrency. The Tooth Fairy always leaves coins, but what coins are on the rise? What coins are going down? Bitcoin up? Litecoin down? Who knows where we're going with this new cryptocurrency of Tooth Fairy coin? I am all for it. Everybody has teeth. It's a great way to save for college. It's a great way to do all of that. So I'm saying Tooth Fairy coin, get into it now. It's going to save you millions. It's going to bring you joy. Get into it. Tooth Fairy coin. All right. I'll see you later. I'm going to go talk to my friend Mauro Cologne.
Thank you so much. Say hi for me. Let's go back to Karen. Let's go back to Karen and see how those cupcakes have come along. Karen.
Hey, cupcakes are great.
And that's time. There will be some ramifications for this. There will. All right, fans. We're going to send it to you to vote which team, blue or red, contributed more to your enjoyment of that newscast. Fantastic newscast from CSz News. And here you go. You have a chance to vote starting right now.
And the voting is coming in fast and furious. Look at it go. I would like to once again give a special shout out to Nora. It's her birthday.
Ooh, nice. Excellent. Yeah, the voting is clearly furious. That's for sure. Okay, we're going to go for about 3 more seconds, 2, 1, and I'm going to pause it right there. And it's a significant victory for blue. Jamie, let's just give blue 5 points for that. And what's that make our score?
That makes the score 50, or I'm sorry, that makes the score 20-9 blue.
Okay, thank you. I'd also like to fine the blue team 3 points for Bill Cernansky's brown bag. He was awarded a brown bag. It was called for in chat. And there it is. I just wanted to have the fans see that it was awarded, and we're charging them 3 points. So it's 17-9.
Pat, our fan comment of the night comes from Kathleen, who said that Karen's menu now has beefcake.
Oh, nicely done.
Very nice.
Excellent. And Jamie, it's been a pleasure tonight. I'd like to thank you for your announcing support. Marianne, our chat goddess, thank you so much. Technical background work by the indomitable Ken Wells. And we'd like to thank Andrew Berkowitz for stepping in on the blue team at the last minute. And we'd like to say sorry to Bethany Garner, who got locked out of the webinar and can't get back in. These things happen. It was our first very tragic thing in our online careers here. All right, I would like to declare that we're going to have all the players on the field. All right. Oh, we've got a cat guest. Was that
I'm in
Big
the
T?
basement. I can't get a cat.
That was Aragorn.
Oh, Aragorn. Excellent. Okay, fantastic. So, players, I'm going to challenge you to a final game of Survivor. And I'm going to ask Captain Matt to give us an example of a Survivor joke. If I gave you a suggestion of cows, I'm going to have you give that suggestion in just a minute. So, folks, we need some animals, we need some occupations, and we need things that are both bigger and smaller than a basketball. While you're doing that, we would like to have Matt give us an example of how the game works if the suggestion were cows. Go ahead.
So each player is going to step forward, like they're on the show Survivor, voting out the suggestion. The suggestion is cow, so it would be, I'm voting out cow because I'm in an utter alliance.
A good pun or punchline will get a bell. A bad one will get a Oregon duck call.
Yay,
All
the
right.
duck call.
The duck call back after many years. All right, so I'm going to step off of the screen and go to Marianne. Marianne, what's our first suggestion from the fans?
Our first suggestion for this game comes from Erica. It is elephant.
Elephant, thank you, Erica. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, hands up if you got them, and let's start with Jenny Wren.
I'm voting off elephants because they've got too much junk in their trunk.
All right, Brooke.
I'm voting off elephants. I can't remember why.
Matt.
I'm voting off elephants because this whole thing is nuts.
Andrew.
I'm voting off elephants. They need to get their suitcase and pack a derm.
Julie.
I'm voting off elephants. I have a really good reason why.
Betsy.
I'm voting off elephants. Can you understand? Can you?
I can, and I'm going to go to another round. Marianne, what's another suggestion from the fans?
Our next suggestion comes from Rob. It is pickup trucks.
Pickup trucks, very nice. Pickup trucks and players. Matt.
I have to vote off pickup trucks. I can't afford not to.
And Jenny Wren is disappointed because she had something based on Ford as well, and that's what happens in this game. All right, Matt, you get to go again.
I'm going to vote off pickup trucks. It's fine. We're going to go to Chevys after.
Brooke.
I'm voting off a pickup truck because he's had it so easy. I mean, he's had a bed this whole time.
Jenny Wren.
I'm voting off pickup trucks because you shouldn't have to pick them up. They should come to you.
Ooh, nice. Brooke, I'm sorry, Betsy.
I'm voting off Canadian pickup trucks. A.
Julie.
I'm voting off six-wheeled pickup trucks. I was duly disappointed in them.
Nice. Andrew.
I'm voting off pickup trucks. I've come up with a series of categorized reasons. On the last show, I shared reason number E149. This one, I want to share reason number F150.
Beautifully done. Brooke?
Yeah. I want to vote off pickup truck because every time that they're around, it's really awkward. It's like a fifth wheel hanging out.
Okay, we're going to get another suggestion from the fans.
Susan has suggested kittens.
Suggested kittens. That's so nice. And Jenny Wren gets to go first.
I'm voting off kittens because there are too many night prowlers around.
And Matt.
I'm voting off kittens because I'm a heartless human being.
Betsy.
I'm voting off kittens and I ain't lying.
Julie.
I'm voting off kittens. They just give me pause.
Andrew.
I'm voting off kittens because they don't keep my hands warm.
I gotta be honest, I'm voting myself off because those kittens are just too perfect.
That's a bell, and that's the end. That's adorable. All right, little dance break while Jamie calculates the final score.
All right.
All right, Jamie, what is our final score of tonight's match? And fans, before Jamie says that, sorry, Jamie, before he says that, hang around for a Q&A with a couple of the players and yours truly. But Jamie, what's our final score?
Well, that last round was kind of close. It was final score of 27-20. The winners are your Portland, Oregon donors. Yes. Portland, tonight's match was brought to you by Julie Candy Nye, Andrew Busby Berkowitz, Rookie Monster Chamberlain, Jenny Wren White Walker, Matt Dr. Dave Danger Russell, and the blue team, representing the blue team, Cooking with Aaron. This has been Comedy Sports. Thank you for joining us. And I would like to mention that Ryan had a paper bag ready for his wife in chat. Thank you for that, Ryan. Have a fantastic day, Pat. This is Jamie for Marianne and Pat. I'll see you guys in chat.
All right, thanks so much, Jamie. Let's welcome back out our captains tonight, Brooke and Matt, for a Q&A.
Hello,
time.
everyone.
Hey, Brooke. Hey, Matt. Hello. Welcome aboard. We're looking for our fans to ask questions that you might want to have any answers to. Before we do that, if you would like to support us, CSz Portland, Venmo at Patrick Short 4, or if you like my wife better, you can PayPal to ruth@comedysports.com and Google Pay patrickshort4@gmail.com. Or you can go to portlandcomedy.com/special and select ticket packages and experience packages for when we reopen live later on. Your support now will make the difference as to whether we do open later on. And I would like Matt to give a chance for a shout out for your Venmo for your team in Portland, Maine.
Yeah. Comedy Sports Maine is part of the Fresnel Theater, which is a nonprofit 501c3. And so we are looking for your help and your support through donations through Venmo at CSz Maine. So just CSz Maine on Venmo. Or you can go to just tinyurl.com/CSz Maine if you want to pay online. These are tax deductible donations going through the Fresnel Theater, so we can't thank you enough for helping us out with that. So thank you.
Both of you, this information has all been pasted into both the Zoom chat and the YouTube chats.
Yes.
Excellent. And there will be a slide after we depart after the Q&A. There'll be a slide up for about 3 or 4 minutes with that. So, Marianne, are there any questions in chat for us?
We do have some questions in chat. Our first chat comes from Lindsay. She wants to know if live matches are typically the same amount of time.
Depends on the ref and the team. I've seen a live match last an hour and 5, and that's including a 10-minute intermission, halftime. But I've also seen it go about 2.5 hours. I'm not going to mention any names of the types of refs that can ref a match that goes that long. But yeah, generally sometime between an hour 10 and an hour 40 is what most matches will be.
Yeah, I would say in Portland, Oregon, you're going to be 90 minutes to 100 minutes. Be an hour and a half to just under 2 hours.
With the halftime. And it's different at home. When we're on the road, typically it's an hour or shorter because those are very different beasts. And online is a different beast too. We find it just feels better to be a little bit shorter. Now, we've been busy trying to be as efficient as we can and not waste time during the match, and we did so well at that last week. We did a 37-minute match, so we added a round back in.
Oh, fancy, Pat.
Both of our shows. Yeah, there you go. What's another question?
From Deluded Bachelor on YouTube, he wants to know what sort of exercises do you do to train your creative muscles so that you can come up with things so quickly?
That's a great question. I'll throw that first to Brooke, if you can handle that.
A very useful creative exercise would be word association. So if you're just standing in a circle with friends and someone says a word and the person next to you says a word that that you think of when that word is said, and then the next person after that would say the next word. So you just keep going around word associating with the last word that you heard. That really helps with all of our scene games and our pun games, especially when you hear dog and you have to word associate with that. How many puns can you come up with a dog? That really helps.
Right. Yeah. The secret of telling good pun is if the subject is dogs, you don't want to say the word dog.
No, you want to work backwards.
You want to pun on something associated with a dog, like it gives you pause or K9. Whatever.
Yeah.
Cool.
For me, what I find to be one of the most useful exercises is sometimes when you're doing improv and sometimes when you're doing scene work or whatever, writing, whatever it is, a lot of it has to do with emotion. And if a word comes up as the suggestion or a word comes up as part of it, attach an emotion to it. So if the suggestion is breakfast, how does that make you feel? Does breakfast make you feel happy? Does it make you feel sleepy? Does it make you feel lethargic? And then tying other types of things to that. So you're still paying honor to a suggestion. You're still paying honor to what your main mission is, but you're doing it through emotionality.
Cool. Marianne, what's next?
Lindsay wants to know, she says, not to give away your weakness, but what game do you find the most challenging?
That's a good question.
For me, it is moving bodies. That's a personal thing for mine. I have a condition where my body never stops moving, and sometimes audience members are mean and point it out. So that's the reason why I don't like playing games like Moving Bodies or Arms Expert.
Sure.
One of my harder ones is Shakespeare. Playing off of the style of Shakespeare, because I'm stronger in the physical play versus the verbal language, and Shakespearean language just does not embed into my brain.
Sure, that's fair. I think for me, most games are not. They're all challenging in their different ways, and one of the things is to when you've played a game 100 times, is to keep finding what the new challenge is, right? And to keep pushing yourself not to do the same things that you've done. So that's a challenge. And we're right in that huge challenge right now because playing in Zoom rather than live, there are things that we do live that just don't work and we can't do them. And there are things that work on here that wouldn't necessarily work live. And we're really finding the challenges in what is different, what works, what can we do, and it's awesome.
Yeah, going off of that point, a game like Antiques Roadshow wouldn't really work well live, but going through and trying to figure out how to not just make it be the CSz you see live, but this is the CSz you see virtually, we have to adapt to the new stage. We have to say yes and to where we're performing from.
Cool. Marianne?
And for our last question, I'm going to ask this because I just think it's nice of Kevin to ask. He says, how are you?
Brooke, how are you?
I'm okay. I am working at work, and I'm in a garden nursery, and so it is a lot of customers. So it's very chaotic during my day, but I get to come home and I get to do something like this. So this helps me shake off that day and let loose, have fun.
Cool. Matt?
To be honest, It's been hard. All of my income comes from doing team building, doing shows, doing classes, and with the shelter at home, I've had to cancel and refund all of that stuff. And we're just trying to keep going with our theater and doing what we can and doing what we love. So it's been a challenge, but at the end of the day, I wouldn't change any of it because I've got the support of my family back at CSz Portland, my family here in CSz Maine, and all of our friends and family and fans out there in the community who are willing to help us out just by watching a show, giving us a shout out, and just saying, "Hey, I've got your back." So yes, it's challenging, but at the same time, it's also uplifting to see all this stuff happening.
And it's awesome. And for me, this actually was a bit of a tougher week because we had great weather in Portland for a long time. And this week was rainier and darker, and it was tough. But I'll tell you, I kind of came in today a little worn out, and then got to work on these 2 matches. And I feel great now because this is these people, the fans showing up, and we can't hear you, but we know you're there. And it makes a huge difference to us. Huge difference. So we can't thank you enough. So that'll be it. There's one more thing. I saw a thing come through that have we ever had celebrities in the audience? And I just feel, because he had an interview this week, Bill Walton wasn't in the audience but played with us in 2003 at the Bite of Portland. And he didn't know how to do comedy sports, but he was game for it. But when I blew the whistle on the first game he was in, he turned to another player and said, "Can he do that?" And then later on, he just got into the spirit of it and called me a disgrace to humanity and the worst ref in the history of the world. And I have never been so proud. And then I went and sat and had a beer with him for 20 minutes, which was a great moment. So Bill Walton, great man, super fun. And hope you see his interviews from some of the stuff he did this week, because he has some real great perception about what's going on right now. So cool. Thank you, everybody. We're going to have Marianne pop the slide up, and so the Venmo and PayPal information will be there. We'll play a little bit of music, and we appreciate you, and we will see you next week as we play Twin Cities from Minneapolis. Ooh, yeah. It's going to be awesome. Enjoy this song by the Pullovers, and we'll see you next week.
If you're traveling vehicularly, often it is perpendicularly. It's a no-brainer making turns on a grid. Now look at what the city planners done did. They've installed an alternate intersection that seems to go off in random directions. Yield at the sign, take a breath, it's okay. Cars already circling should have the right of way. Now, don't freak out, it's a roundabout. No need to speed and no need to shout. You may be full of doubt, just go in and out. It's a roundabout, it's just a roundabout. Traffic signals, roundabouts, and rotaries are designed to reduce the traffic speeds. Conceived in 1900 as a junction more efficient. Don't act like a clever when you're faced with something different. There were some problems until the 60s, but the offside priority will fix these. It says don't stop, but yield it first, unless you're driving through Portland's Laurelhurst. Now, don't freak out, it's a roundabout. No need to speed and no need to shout. You may be full of doubt, just go in and out. It's a roundabout, it's just a roundabout. speed up, but maybe slow down. Don't stop or yield once you're going around. Do not pass and don't signal your turn. I know it's a lot.